don't even know. Where are the actors?
If you are entering the room for the first time, please walk to your seats. No rush. Please fill all seats. Do not hold seats for other people or place items on the seats next to you.
Yesterday was wild.
Please silence all cell phones.
Yeah.
Please absolutely no recording of the video footage or images presented on the screens. If you are caught recording footage, you may be asked to leave.
Where was I yesterday? Great. What's real?
You might one you go on have
What's
right.
real? Is it? Oh yeah, that is real. So what? We're active?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Director of Programming for Comic-Con International, Mr. Eddie Ibrahim.
It has been a crazy 4 days, hasn't it? How did you guys, excuse me, my voice is going. How did you guys enjoy Comic-Con 2022? And honestly, I couldn't think of a better way to end Hall H this year than to have Funko Pop Talk live in this room. I have this feeling that there are some Funko fans in here, so let me try that one more time. Hold on. Let me try that one more time. I couldn't think of a better way to end 2022 in Hall H than have Funko Pop Talk live. I know you guys are anxious, so let's get to the clip.
What's up, everybody? How are you? Thank you guys so very much for being here. We appreciate the fact. I saw you out in line waiting in the heat. I'm like, I don't care who's in there. I'm not getting in that line. But that says a lot about you guys. So thank you very much for doing that. And welcome. Welcome to Funko. Now you guys are close. Like if I fall, that's it, huh?
It's so sad. We hurt more people than COVID.
I noticed one thing about me. This is my second time at Comic-Con, thank you, and it's great to be back. I was here a couple years ago, and then I'm like, I can't wait to come back next year, and then yeah, you saw what happened. So I've been waiting. A lot of excitement going on. I've been walking the floor. You would think I noticed something that some of you guys get a little sensitive. I had no idea we had to worry about pronouns with characters. I ran into a dinosaur, and the dinosaur got upset because I called him the wrong one. I said, hey, what's up, T-Rex? He's like, I am a velociraptor. I was like, no, you're a unicorn. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be serious. I know The Rock was here yesterday, and let me tell you something. Yeah, he's not here no more, so don't even clap.
Is he in the back?
No. I am the best host you're gonna get for the price. Trust me. That's right. Best host for the price. Yeah, no, I'm excited. This is cool. It's my first time being part of Comic-Con in this way, and being part of Hall H is a huge honor. And the fact that I was asked to come out and represent Funko for a few minutes and say hello, I'm very honored at the fact that Funko actually popped me. That don't sound right. I have been popped. Would you guys like to see some of the figures they've made for me? Let's see if we can get something on the screen. That's the original one when I still had hair, hope, and happiness. Yes. Let's see the next one. Oh, that's my two dogs have been popped. I have two Chihuahuas. That's not stereotypical. Risa and Vinny. That is my Lucha Fluffy pop. That's right. This is my Dia de los Muertos special edition. I want to say they only made 5,000 of these. And then this is my Stadium Fluffy to commemorate my upcoming Netflix special that I taped at Dodger Stadium. So Funko was nice enough to do these for me. So I'm very, very excited, very honored again. And it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you all the guys that started it all. Are you ready? No, come on. I said, are you ready?
12 people here?
Yeah.
Slightly more than 12 people.
Just a couple more. Well, thanks, you guys. I'll leave the
Hey,
floor.
wait. We
that?
got one more announcement about another fluffy pop coming out. Should we show it?
Yeah, well.
When does it come
You
out?
guys want to see the new one?
You want to see it?
I said you guys want to see the new one?
Well, show it.
Let's see.
Black Light Fluffy!
It will be available tomorrow.
Where? How can we get one of those?
I love this. Fluffyguy.com if you guys want to get your hands on the new Fluffy Blacklight. I'll be in the back, you guys, if you need me.
Thank you so much. We might need you. All right. How many people here went to Funko Fun Days? Well, let me tell you, you got ripped off because we saved all the energy for Hall H. I'm just kidding you. How many people here want to see the future of fun? Come on, this isn't even funny. Let's get it loud in the future of fun. That's a little better. Brian, you're the perfect person to take us through this. Show them the future of fun.
Okay, Mike. Whatever dumb things I say really doesn't matter because if you guys know Funko, you guys know that you probably are gonna have some really fun things to leave with. We're really excited about what we're gonna, maybe give you guys. It's gonna be pretty cool. So, okay. All right, so we're gonna look at some of the new upcoming lines, sneak previews for this year. Obviously, one of the favorite shows on TV, Ted Lasso. And our great partners in Funko Games and Ted Lasso Party Game. Nothing speaks party like Ted Lasso. First ever lights and sound pop. That's pretty cool. What's new? Spider-Man No Way Home. Okay, so I'm a little excited about this. I'm not supposed to say a lot, but I always say too much. So these are really cool. So they're in acrylic cases for the mini soda. They have little mini pops across all of your favorite licenses. I will tell you that. They can come out of the box, which is really cool. But they can also interlock into a collector case, and all 16 on each series interlock into the size of a pop box. So it's very, very cool. We're very excited. And I love our Funko soda. And we've got little mini soda that come in the cutest little refrigerator that you've ever seen. And again, all of our favorite licenses in both mini pop and mini soda at the 1-inch level. So very excited about that coming out very, very soon. All right. So gold is one of our new formats. I'm a huge sports fan. Michael Jordan, this is the first time we've ever announced Michael Jordan to be in the gold format. I'm not supposed to say this, but there may or may not be really accurate shoe markings on that, so you guys can read between the lines. And you're gonna see that with a lot of our sports in there. All right, so hey, I know there's some Mondo fans. Who out here is a Mondo fan? It's about Mondo products. Like you guys, we at Funko are just a bunch of geeks. We love Loungefly. We bought Loungefly, and Loungefly continues to just kill it every day. And all Funko does is help let the creative geniuses at Loungefly just excel. Mondo is ridiculous. They make the coolest vinyl records. They make the coolest art posters. They make the coolest statues and high-end collectibles. And all we're here to do is continue to make Mondo the greatest company in high-end collectibles out there. We love these guys, and we are so excited they're part of the Funko family. So there's going to be amazing things coming from Mondo, and 2 examples right there. You guys may have heard Lego Star Wars, Lego Potter, Lego Marvel games, Lego Batman games. 1010 is behind this. And these guys are some of the most amazing storytellers when it comes to video game platform. This is going to be one hell of a video game. And I'm telling you right now, all of your favorite IP, you just watch what happens in this platform. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We're really excited to tell you a little bit more about that in the upcoming weeks. So, something to look forward to.
forget the near future of fun, the very near future.
Oh yeah, yeah. Treats, goodies for you guys that waited in line way too long to come see us. All right, so
We're not sure yet. We're not sure. I don't think we should just give these out. I think they have to earn them.
well, there are things being shown and there are things being not shown. There are things that are rare and there are things that are hyper rare. I mean hyper rare. And let's just say, because I'm not supposed to say a lot, that when you guys leave, you're gonna be really freaking happy. So, enjoy.
We better stop right now. They're gonna get too. Hey, the reason I get up every day is I love my Funko family. I truly do. I love it so much. Hey, Funko fanatics, Funko family, we are home after 3 years. Let's not let this moment get lost on us. We're all here finally together at Hall H. This is our first time at Hall H. So we're so excited to share this with you. I want to talk to you a little bit about Fanatic Fun and what the future of that might look like. But first, I want to show you the past. We had a great time at Festival of Fun in Seattle where we went all out with new photo ops. We're going to keep trying to plus for you all the experiences to give back to our Funko friends. Check out the next one. We did it. Anybody go to WonderCon and have a great time? Hey, WonderCon was great. It was pretty cool. We had a great time. We had Freddy's Beach Bash. And then how about Star Wars Celebration? Anybody get a photo in that TIE Fighter? All right. And then, of course, what we just did here at, anybody go to Funkoville? All right, you want to see what the future holds? We're going to be at D23. Hey, and remember, our partners of Loungefly are going to be there at D23 with us. And wait till you see. In fact, it was so darn cool, I couldn't even show you the slide. It's top secret, but you'll want to be there. How about FunCon 2? That's in our hometown of Everett, Washington. But get ready for the one I really wanted to tell you about. Show them. Frightmare on Fun Street at New York City Comic-Con will be the greatest, funnest experience you have ever seen. That's a concept of the booth that you will enter into and have the most haunting fun ever. What do you think of that? What else we got? We got Fright Night 2. You wanted a Fun Days event on the East Coast? Well, now you're going to have it. This will be a Fun Days type event called Fright Night. It's going to be amazing. We have incredible celebrities lined up for that event. Anyway, what do you think about that? What do you think about Fun TV so far? Anybody? We got this thing called Pop Talk. Anybody watch Pop Talk? We got Freddy's Funhouse. We got, what else we got on? Pop Around the World. Yeah, that's going. And how about Inside the Artist Studio? Hey! Everybody having a good time? Yeah. All right, well, let's see. What?
Hey, they're tired of hearing this stuff, dude. You guys want like celebrities and prizes, right? Right? You guys want celebrities and prizes, right? Hey, you guys got celebrities and prizes?
Brian, you were going to bring the
You
celebrity.
got me because you got good craft service.
Yeah, Brian.
You're not gonna get anybody else for that.
I forgot the celebrities and the prizes. Ryan, where are they? Quick! We're on the spot
I
here.
don't want anybody to hate me, so I brought prizes.
But we
You need-
have
you
to
didn't
have
have-
celebrities. This was Pop Talk.
You know what? I knew something was gonna happen. I knew something was gonna happen because it says it right here. Something's about to happen. I want to help you guys out with a celebrity. Can I help you guys out with a celebrity? Oh, this is a good one. I know I got a piece of paper, but I really don't need one because I'm a legit fan of who I'm about to bring out right now. Many of us know him as Johnny Lawrence from the original Karate Kid movies and from the hit show Cobra Kai on Netflix. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and give it up for William Zabka!
here we are.
Yep.
Put him in a body bag. Let's hear him. Sweep the leg. Strike first. Strike hard. No mercy. Eagle Fang rocks. Fight like an eagle, everybody.
I love when we bring real celebrities up here. All right. Way easier. All right. William, let's talk about Funko, obviously. It's all about collectibles. Tell me what you collect.
Collect second place trophies. Started in 1984. It was a terrible crazy to the face. I've been picking them up ever since. Also collect, I don't know, I collect stamps and coins and baseball cards. But right now I'm really focusing on second place trophies and trying to get the first place trophy if we can do that. But we'll see.
Best answer we've ever had to that question, by the way. That's pretty funny. All right, so acting and production are in your blood. Tell us about your family background and how'd you get into this profession?
Well, my parents met, this is a little expose on me. My folks met working on The Tonight Show. My dad was the associate director of The Tonight Show. My mom was Johnny Carson's brother's assistant. So they met there and they, had me. And then I grew up on sets my whole life. I was walking into NBC studios when I was a kid, walking on the back stages. Moved to California when I was 10. My dad worked on lots of movies, Clint Eastwood, and Chuck Norris, and he did Midnight Run. And so I was always around sets and movies. It was very second nature to me. When I was 12 years old, my parents asked if I wanted to, do commercials. My question was, do we have enough money to be on TV? And they said, no, they pay you. And I said, wait, they pay you to do this? I said, all right. So I decided to do commercials when I was 12, and just took it as a hobby and held it loosely. My dad always said, treat it like a sport. Don't take it too seriously. If you be upset every time you don't get something, then we'll stop doing this. So he kind of taught me to hold it loosely and have fun with it. And then Karate Kid came around, and I became an actor. Then I became known as a quintessential 80s asshole. So, thank you, folks.
Was there ever a time in between acting and producing that you actually ever had a real, I won't say a real job, that was a
Oh, I had many real jobs.
a normal job, a normal non-Hollywood type job.
Well, actually, after I did The Karate Kid, I knew the movie was going to come out, and I was like, I'm not going to really be able to do certain jobs. So I took a job as a busboy at Fridays. And the week before the movie came out, I was carrying 2 tubs full of junk, whatever, glasses and food and everything. And the manager was barking at me to give him 200%. I'm like, dude, I got 2 tubs full of greasy plates right here. I quit. And I laid it down. It was a Saturday night, and I laid it right there in front of his feet. But you can't quit. I'm like, yeah, I do. And I knew in my mind that Karate Kid was coming out in a week. And that was that. So that was that, yeah. And then I came back actually, not long after that, and the guy's giving me a great table, and turns out he was an actor, and he wanted to talk. Sorry.
Did they enforce the pieces of flair in your busboy days?
What was that? Oh, you know what? That was for the waiters. The busboys just had greasy arms and
There you go. All right. I made that one myself. Wasn't even on the card.
That's a good one.
Yeah, thanks. Feel pretty good about that. Okay, so Johnny Lawrence, villain in the original movies. The show comes out, the TV show comes out, and you're beloved. You're a sympathetic character. Like, how has that changed how fans treat you with Cobra Kai versus the original Karate Kid?
Well, one is people, I used to have dads walk by tables and bring their kids up to meet me and say, this is the biggest asshole in the whole world. and then they would walk away. Now, people are, listen, I never saw Johnny as a villain. I know he was the bad guy in the movie, but the way I played him as Billy Zabka being able to play Johnny Lawrence was to find a soft spot, and that was the end when he has the trophy and Kreese saying sweep the leg and he doesn't do it. So I figured he had a bad sensei, he wasn't like a bad guy, he had a good core. And Cobra Kai is kind of built on that core, on his goodness and what happened and who is he. So it's been great. It's been really fun to get to put humor and action and depth and humanity and you know, do it over seasons, over 10 episodes, and have many layers. It's been amazing, and the fans of the show, great, amazing, and very thankful. And so it's changed a lot. Yeah, it's changed a lot. You know, I mean, I would get, you know, people were fans and they'd say, you know, they'd be nice as well, but to play a role that's resonating with fans and they're finding themselves in Johnny Lawrence's Coors Banquet and his rock and roll, it's cool.
Very cool.
Thank you, guys.
So, you were nominated for an Academy Award for basically co-writing and producing a short film.
That's right.
So how'd you get involved with that?
Well, first of all, I was nominated for writing and producing a short film, and we lost. So I got the second place trophy there. But my speech, what I wanted to say, and I really was going to say this, is to walk up and say, you know, I'm really honored to get the Academy Award for producing and writing, but what I really want to be is an actor. That's what I was going to say. Didn't get to say. Yeah, I was a filmmaker. I had a film camera in my hand from the time I was 10 years old. My dad had an 8mm film camera, and I was like the youngest kid in the 8mm film clubs, constantly making movies. I did like Star Wars spoofs, and I'd take a little needle and scratch the film where we were shooting out of a lightsaber, and we did a lot of fun stuff. One day I'll put those all together and put them out, because I was like 10, 11 years old, and they were really creative and cool. What was the question?
I'm just curious, because like usually there's like 4 or 5 nominees. How do you know you?
Oh, yes.
How do you know you got the second place trophy?
So, well, how do I know I got second place? That's really true. Thank you for putting me in my place there. Well, our film, it's true, just to be nominated. Yeah, so I went to film school. After high school, I didn't go to acting school to become an actor. I went to film school to become a filmmaker. That was my first love. And while I was at Cal State Northridge studying film, I had the audition for yeah, Northridge. Son. While I was there studying, I got cast in The Karate Kid, and then I had to pull out of school. And we actually filmed the final tournament scene in the school and the campus, so I got to go back and do that. But I was always a filmmaker at heart. There was a time in my career where I just felt like I didn't want to do somebody else's lines and be in somebody else's play, and wanted to get behind the camera and do what I love first. So went to Europe, came up with the idea for a movie with my partner, and we spent 2.5 years making this short film that's called Most. It's a really powerful short, and finished it, toured all the festivals, and then we're nominated for an Academy Award, which is incredible because short films don't get seen mostly, so you have to have something like that on it to give it a stamp for people to know about it. So at the time it was very cool, and I love that just as much. In fact, sometimes I think I love that more. It's to take myself out of the picture. I was going to be in the short. That's partly why I did it. And then while we were making the film, I thought, you know, I don't need to be on this campus. So artistically, that was like a really great moment in time in my life. It ended up taking 2-3 years to make it, and then walking around kind of awards. It turned down a lot of movies along the way and acting parts, and poured all my money into it, all my family's money into it. So it was a passion project. So there's that. So check it out, folks.
So, I mean, I probably know the answer because of your parents' background, but I mean, they're the influence, right? They're the influence that got you into this, got you excited about this career.
Yeah, by default, like it wasn't on purpose, but like when I was a kid, when I was like 5, I went to visit the Sesame Street set, you know, where Snuffleupagus was hanging from the ceiling, and I saw Big Bird like this in the little camera, and I was just fascinated with all that. Yeah, my dad worked on The Love Boat and all these different shows, so I was always around it. So by osmosis, I kind of, it was just something that I thought was fun and wanted to do. So yeah, definitely my parents. I'll tell you, my first thing ever on TV was an extra on The Love Boat. My dad got me to swim in the swimming pool. Jacqueline Smith walks by, and I'm on a raft in the pool. And I remember watching the episode, and I'm literally on the raft, staring into the camera like this. I ruined the whole scene. I gotta find that someday. That's gonna be cool. So yeah, my folks, you know, but with everything. So yeah, my folks influence. And Chuck Norris.
Mike, what do you got for me?
All right, Billy, you ready for some rapid fire fun?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Favorite movie of all time?
Favorite movie of all time? Let's see. Karate Kid doesn't count, but right. I would say Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid.
Yeah, that's a good one. If you were...
Three Amigos.
What was that?
And the Three Amigos.
If you were a superhero, what would your superpower be?
To defend against a crane kick at all costs. That would be my first one. It was so illegal. Yes, thank you, sir. And then actually, like, if I could really have a superpower, I'd be able to teleport, avoid the airport lines, and just kind of, wouldn't that be awesome? Just kind of like, you got to get somewhere and avoid all that. I mean, say what? We threw it down close. We'll talk later.
All right, favorite cartoon growing up.
What was that one?
Favorite cartoon growing up.
Cartoon growing up. Let's see. Popeye, I guess. You know. And by the way, Popeye had spinach. As a joke on the show, we talk about Johnny Lawrence's spinach as his Coors Banquets.
All right, tell us a place in the world that you haven't been yet, but you'd like to visit.
Florence, Italy. Why not?
Yep, I've been. It's great. All right. Most memorable gift you ever got as a kid?
Most memorable gift was my bike. I guess everybody's first bike, right? You know that. It was a cool bike with handlebars up like that and a banana seat. That when I moved from New York to California, I showed up with that bike, and everybody else had the Mongoose cool things with the knobby tires, and I got laughed off that bike within about a day. So I had to upgrade it, and I got the knobby tires on that, the Mongoose thing, but the frame was so weak, and I went and did a jump down this thing and bent the whole frame like that, like the week one in California. So that was my favorite gift.
First car growing up.
Well, let's see, my first car growing up was a Lamborghini. No, that was not true. It was a beautiful cherry red stick shift 1970 station wagon Volvo with a killer cassette player in it, and then a CJ7 Jeep, which I still have.
But I believe the front seat was like a bench seat, right?
In the Volvo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a bench. Did you
Okay,
have one
so
too?
There were some good things about it.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. And the back of it, it's funny. I don't even think they make them anymore. But the back had a seat like this that faced oncoming traffic, right? And there was no seat belts in those days, and there's just a little sheet of glass like that. And I just remember sitting there with my sister and brother in the back seat like this on these trips on the freeway. Cars coming like right up, and you could just see the driver. Like, it's gotta be outlawed today.
All right, couple more. Who was your childhood hero?
Childhood hero. It's my dad, hands down. Hands down. My dad was in World War II. He was in the Korean War. He has 8 brothers, and one of 12. And he managed to serve his country and follow his passion. He's a songwriter. He's a director. But mostly, honestly, he's a family man, and he kept it always that way. And he always said, never forget who your friends are. And he also taught me this. He said, find something you love to do, and you'll never work a day in your life. And that's kind of what I'm doing, and I'm very blessed to do that.
Okay, that was a good one. Let's just finish up with this. If you could choose one word to define you, what word would that be?
One word to define me. Thank you. Let's hear some. I don't know. I mean, sensei. That would be a good one. I would say optimist. I think I see the good things. That's just like a default setting I have. I find the good things. So I'm an optimist. And what was the other one? Sensei. Yeah. And sort of a sensei to some things, sort of. So that's is that one word? No.
That'll work. Okay, so, all right, Brian, we got one last question.
Yeah, we always like to ask this because our fans obviously express their love of pop culture through pop. What is it like to be pop?
To be a pop. Well, what I love about the Pops when they first came out is that they finally got my likeness right. It's cool, man. I mean, it's surreal. Oh, there he is! There he is. Yeah, there's been a lot of Johnny dolls, but this one just nails it. I love it. It's cool. I love what you guys are doing. I love the fandom of it. I love you guys. I love being part of pop culture. It's a lot of fun. It's strange. It's not what I set out to be. I set out to be an actor. I didn't really dream of anything outside of acting. I love to play roles. I love to act, and I love to make art. All the rest that's come with it has just been a big surprise. surprise, and I guess the word that would define me best, I guess, is really thankful, grateful. So it's awesome. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
William Zabka.
Thank you, guys. Oh, wait.
Give it up for William Zabka, everybody.
I can't go away without one thing. September 9th, Cobra Kai Season 5 comes out. Please check it out. No mercy,
All right,
everybody.
what are we gonna do? Now what are we gonna do?
That was the one celebrity, right?
I don't know. Fluffy brought him.
That was good, Fluffy. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was so freaking cool.
I think you bailed us out. That was incredible.
I've already stole 3 of those pops backstage. They'll be available online later, just saying. So we got some more prizes? We don't even got prizes yet. More celebrities?
No? Do you?
Just so happens that I might know of some. This next one you might know as a former Oh, that's yesterday's. Sorry. Lo siento. Whatever, he's not here, okay?
You're wrong.
You guys, everybody, oh my God, it's it. No. No, it's Sunday, all right? You guys are testy. All right, here we go. So I do have more celebrities, but I would like to bring someone out really quick to help me introduce our next Pop Talk. This next person who I'm about to bring out is a really, really good friend of mine.
He's reading from a card.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest TikTok talents in the world and platinum-selling global superstar, give it up for Bella Porch! Keep it going! Let's hear it!
Hello. How's everybody doing?
Welcome. So, what's going on? What's going
A
on
lot
in
of
your world?
things are going on in my world. I just released my new music video last week. If you guys haven't seen it, it's called Dolls. And I'm also releasing my new EP next month, so watch out for that. And I also have a pop. Yeah.
Can we see it? You guys want to see it?
Check it out.
That's my pop.
That's freaking
It's so cute.
That's nice. So listen, they wanted me to bring you out to help me introduce a celebrity. Do you know any celebrities? Anybody that we could probably bring out?
We
Maybe.
need help.
We need help.
Yes, I do.
Suggestion? A secret? Wait, hold on. Is that a baby? You brought a baby? Cute. All right. Even the baby's like, this is bullshit. Whatever. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, you know her from so many roles, including Sin City, The Mandalorian, Zombieland, and Clerks 2, to name a few. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Pop Talk with Rosario Dawson!
Hi. Thank you. Hey, your little Funko is so cute. It's got a little attitude too. Power pose. I like it. Hi, everyone. Hi. Thank you.
Are you ready for Pop Talk?
Not as ready as they are. I mean, I'm super excited. I got to meet Billy backstage. I'm obsessed. I've been watching Cobra Kai since it was just being put online. The show I didn't know I needed. I love that show.
So,
Yes.
I'm gone. A lot of people running around just collecting everything that they love.
Yeah.
They're represented. What do you love in pop culture? And do you collect anything in pop culture?
Receipts. which are really cute. Yeah. One of the things that I've collected forever though, which I have fewer of these days, is movie stubs. I know it's not exactly sort of in the same thing, but I've always loved having them, and you know, they start fading sadly, but I love looking over them and the memories of going to the theater.
So you do a romantic comedy. No one's really going to be bugging you at a Comic-Con event. You do a small role in a Star Wars show. You probably have a different effect on fans. So what is it like to act and do what you love to do, but like putting it into the pop culture and then having fans just be rabid about your work and then change your life in terms of like, they're just the passion for what you do, the excitement for what you do, the wanting to take a picture with you, your products that can be on shelves that people collect, people have you sign. What is that like compared to traditional roles you've been?
Well, I realized I've been coming to Comic-Con for 18 years. That was the first time I came. The first time I came was for Sin City. And, you know, I've been to a bunch of different kinds of cons over the years because I have a comic book that I developed with my friend David and Tony Shasteen, the OCT. And so, like, I just love these cons. I love the costumes that people come up with. I love the cosplay. I love the conversations. And over the years, like, yes, at this point now, most of the stuff that I'm signing and people are talking to me about is for Ahsoka for sure. But I just love, like, over the years, people having stuff from Josie and the Pussycats and Rent, and, you know, every once in a while, like, I have to say, whenever I do a signing, there's always one person who brings something from Pluto Nash, which cracks me up, because I really thought only my mom had seen that film. So, like, I just love the fandom. You know, I come from a very geeky family. We get very obsessed and have very serious deliberations around Star Trek and Star Wars and what's best and what era and who ruined it and who didn't. And, you know, my Uncle Gus is a comic book artist. He's come here for many years, Gustavo Vasquez, who's really dope, who's been drawing me Spider-Man since I was a little kid, and used to make me read his comics over my shoulder. He would flip the pages. I couldn't touch them, I couldn't breathe on them, and that just made me feel like they were sacred text. So it was the reason why I knew Sin City was a big deal and Frank Miller was a big deal when the rest of my team didn't think so, and what Robert Rodriguez was doing when he quit the DGA so he could co-direct that with Frank Miller and recognize him. And that's before 300, that's before all these really big films, you know, and it's just amazing to me. So I always look at everything I do through the lens of nerddom, and you know, I can work on Dope Sick with Michael Keaton and be like, that's my forever Batman.
I'm sure you were excited to audition for Ahsoka, but like, in your mind...
Didn't audition.
Oh, there you go. Wow. All right, well, let's switch it a little bit. Okay, let's switch it a little bit. Are you ready for what's coming? You know this is like, I mean, it's a huge deal, right? I mean, your life is probably going to be slightly different after this thing. When you have your own series, you're leading your own series. There's a lot of the younger generation Star Wars fans that are as rabid as the older fans. I mean, this is going to change your life, right?
Yeah, I don't know how to wrap my head around it, right? But I do know I've been in this industry for decades, and I'm excited to interact with people who've been in love with Star Wars and interacting with that universe for decades. And one of the things that I really love, particularly about the property, is that it's not just like, oh, it's popular. You know, it's really meaningful. And I feel really blessed to be a part of something that constantly asks us to look at the choices that we make every single day, and who we're choosing to be in this world, and how we choose to react to everything that comes in front of us, because circumstances will always force us to really stand by our convictions and which the light or the dark are we going to go towards, and finding that balance, because we all have it equally within us. And I just think that's really dope. And I've worked with Mary before, and everyone now knows at least that she's on our show, especially because you wouldn't let that out of the bag. And she was talking about with Obi-Wan coming out, it was just like a different thing, people coming up to him. But it's not like some of the other stuff. Like I have people being like, you never go ass to mouth, you know, and I'm like, we're at Disneyland, guys, like, tone it down. This is different, you know, like this is people coming up to him very hushily. May the force be with you. And I know it means something different, not just to fans in sort of the outside kind of perspective, but what it meant for my mom and like my family. Like my mom was 16 years old when she got pregnant with me, 17 when she had me, and 18 when she got married. She went through a lot, and to be watching the Mandalorian episode with her, and for her daughter to be saying "May the Force be with you" officially, because it's not like we don't all say it regularly, was like brought tears to her eyes, and it just was really great to be able to just recognize all the sacrifices she made to make it possible for me to be here today.
There's always a lot of Star Wars fans. There's also a lot of Star Trek fans. People know you have an affinity for Star Trek. Who's your favorite?
I bring this up with Dave all the time. He kids me all of the time. It's a whole thing. Like I'm crossing the streams. Okay, people, I'm crossing the streams.
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite character on Star Trek?
I mean, Sir Patrick Stewart, Jean-Luc Picard, obviously, and Peter Grey, whatever. I actually was always a really big Worf fan. I love Klingon. I think that it's amazing that like the Bible's been translated to Klingon and people listen to Klingon operas like for real, which I think is just amazing. You can learn Klingon on Duolingo. Did you know that? Duolingo's here, by the way. I saw the little bird. I was wanting to see him at some point. But I think it's so interesting because in Star Wars, my Ahsoka, which a lot of people don't know, I wear a forehead piece. And they literally put a prosthetic over my forehead so that there's no creases in the lines. So it's kind of hard because it does, minimize some of the expressions I can make. But, she doesn't have eyebrows, so we got to cover that. And I was always really fascinated by that that was with Worf and all of those types of prosthetics were always just something that I was very interested in. And so I just think it's really funny that in the space opera I'm in, but I still get to wear a forehead piece, even though I'm not a Klingon.
If you weren't acting, what would you do?
I had wanted when I was younger to be a marine biologist, actually. I thought that would have been really, really cool. And I'm friends with a couple of marine biologists, and it is as dope as it is. Like, trying to save marine life in a bikini is like my kind of superhero outfit, you know what I'm saying?
All right, you're not just doing Ahsoka, you got other things going on. What else are you working on right now?
Well, I have a fashion line called Studio 189. We are based in Ghana. This was actually one of our biggest orders. We're in Bloomingdale's right now with this, with a collaboration with Aqua. We had 20,000 yards batiks that were made. I took a bunch of videos and pictures because as a New Yorker, like I used to walk up from the Lower East Side up to Midtown. Yes, New York will always let you know. They will always let you know. And I used to go up walking with my best friend Rosalie, whose birthday it is today. Happy birthday, Rosalie! And we used to walk from the Lower East Side all like 50 blocks up to Midtown and then 50 blocks back. And anytime a limo would pass by, we'd smile. We'd say smile against covered. Nothing? Okay. But we used to window shop all the time. And Bloomingdale's, we're this collection in 34 stores across the country. And we have 6 windows on Lexington. And that's just the coolest thing, telling the story of batiking and everything and the people that we work with in West Africa. It's pretty awesome. So.
Okay, the most influential person in your life?
It's hard to say most, but I will say one of the most is my dad. He stepped in when my biological father stepped out, and he was the first person to meet me like 2 weeks old before anyone else besides just family. And he married my mom when I was 1. They're divorced now, but he's the reason why I'm a Dawson, and I have my brother, who technically is my half-brother, but don't count. And he's also a big reason as to why I have my daughter, because I just thought it was really remarkable that someone could choose to step in and father someone that wasn't theirs at such a young age. I think it was like 21. And so when I found that out when I was around 5 or 6, I remember going, wow, so you're telling me that had he not would want to take on an older kid. So at that age, at 5, I remember making the decision that I wanted to adopt, and I wanted to adopt older. And my daughter, Isabella, is now 19, and she moved in with us when she was 11. And that's a big, she's a big part of my whole world, and he's a big part of that.
Mike?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's hard to follow.
That felt like the wave.
Beautiful answer.
Right, it came from the back. That was dope.
All right, let's move on to rapid fire fun. All right, here we go. Favorite movie of all time?
Rocky Horror Picture Show. No.
Wow.
I do have to say though, I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once in the theater 4 times. Michelle Yeoh for the win. That movie's amazing. Really close second.
If you were a superhero, what would your superpower be?
To speak every language. And I think music, like instruments count. Like I think that's just the most incredible thing to be able to communicate with people.
Good one. That's the first time we had that answer. That's a great one. Favorite cartoon growing up?
Bugs Bunny. Come on, Wascally Wabbit, let's go. So, yeah, because you had all the things. You had my aluminum Q36 explosive space mobulator. You had like all the things. Which, isn't it weird? He doesn't say that anymore, the new one. That's weird. I like TMNT too, the original, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Favorite breakfast cereal of all time?
You know, I gotta go with Cap'n Crunch. You know what I'm saying? It is so not good for you. That's so much sugar. But I love me a cereal that just like goes the distance. People know it's going to hurt them. Like your roof is going to be destroyed of your mouth, and you're excited about it. You're like, yes, more milk, please. Yeah. Cap'n Crunch for the win.
All right, tell us either a band or a song that you're into that would surprise us all.
What?
Band or a song
band
that
or
you're really
song.
into that would surprise us.
I don't know, what would surprise you? This group, I think, is pretty interested in a lot of things. Though it does, I seem to be weird to people that I'm a Rob Zombie fan. And I've been in 2 of his movies, yo, it's so dope. I was a reject in The Devil's Rejects. I got my throat torn out by Dr. Satan. You thought I would have made the cut, didn't. And then I do a voice of a character in The Haunted House of El Supervisto. Love me some Rob Zombie.
All right, first car growing up?
Oh, I think it was a Thunderbird. Yeah, I don't remember what it was. It was just remember it had this like, it was a white car and it kept breaking down.
Yeah.
And we gave it up because we couldn't afford the gas after my brother was born. And then a few years later, my mom was working for a company, and they had this van that they had got trashed, and they were gonna sell it to the dump for $50, and she was like, "Can I buy it for $50?" And we had to trade out 2 of the doors. And this is that era, man. I mean, the sliding door in the back, they would bungee cord open. That was our air conditioner when we would go out to Fire Island Beach on the weekend. I mean, just a lap belt. Like, I think our parents wanted us to survive childhood. I'm not 100% sure. But I'll always remember that van in particular because we used to go camping a lot and leave Manhattan. And I remember us going upstate and the first time we'd ever seen a roadkill. And it was this dead squirrel with its eyes popped out. And me and my brother were so fascinated. And we were like, we should name the van that. And literally, that was the name of our van. Hey, are we taking the dead squirrel with its eyes popped out to the beach this weekend? No? Okay, maybe next weekend.
Okay. All right, last one. Most memorable gift you ever got as a kid?
Oh, I would have to say my grandmother did the thing of like staying up for the Cabbage Patch Kid like over Christmas. I think she fought someone in the store. And the reason why I think I hear about this because my mom was so mad at me because immediately as soon as I got it, I was so stoked. And then I painted its fingernails. And my mom was like, yeah! Do you know what grandma had to go through for that? Though I have to say a really close second, and I wasn't a kid when I got this. I think it was in my late teens or 20s. But remember when Tickle Me Elmo came out? I wanted that so bad. And it It was expensive, and so my mom couldn't get it, but she got one from the junkie down the street. Minus the battery pack that actually made it vibrate, so it was just, I called it the Smuggle Me Elmo, because it was like, it just had this pocket in there that you could put things in.
These are the best answers we've ever had in the history of rapid fire fun.
I have to say, Bailey's answer for collectibles, and he said second place trophies was such a win. I was sitting back there going, the only thing I can say is receipts. Like, I don't know.
I just can't get over the idea that the odds of somebody in this audience getting you a squirrel that's been run over, this eyes popped out, taxidermy, sent to your house is, I don't know, 3 to 1? 4 to 1?
Ooh.
Yeah, so just, I mean.
Yo, someone cosplayed as that? Could you imagine?
Brian, I think we
Just
got
tag
one
me in the
last
photos,
question.
We asked the last question. What does it feel like to have your own little figure, your own pop?
I'm obsessed. I love it. There are so many Ahsokas that, you know, are not in my version of her, and I have all of them, and they're amazing. And I really hope Ashley will sign them for me. But I have to say, one of the cool things, which I didn't realize, is that the Star Wars ones are bobbleheads. And I always wanted a bobblehead, so yay.
Rosario, Dawson, everybody.
Thank you.
One more time, Rosario Dawson. Now what do we do? What do we got next?
Actually, like 3 celebrities.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Here he comes.
I can't wait to see that man. That was the best reaction from both of you. We're watching back there. Both of you were just like, holy shit. I got nothing for that. I got nothing for that. That's awesome. Like, hey, what up? 2 for 2, huh? 2 for 2 on the celebrities? 2 for 2. Still no prizes, huh?
I've got the prizes. It's the celebrity thing we're.
Oh, so, okay, we got the prizes.
Prizes.
It's the celebrity thing that we still need help.
He got
He said
one
bring
more.
up a rock. Good luck. Let me tell you something, jabroni. Still, whatever. I'm not a rock impersonator. I don't know what happened. He said do the eyebrow, and I did it. All of a sudden, I'm a comedy mariachi. I'm taking requests.
Look at him. What has he got?
So what's up? You guys ready for another one? You guys? There's more. Chavo que sigue ahorita. Hold on, I'm reading the wrong card. You know our next guest very well. He's from the show Kim's Convenience, as well as his work. That's right, as well as his work in Marvel's Shang-Chi, the Legend of the Ten Rings. And you'll see him in the upcoming Barbie movie that's filming right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Pop Talk with Simu Liu.
Is this on? Can you guys hear me? Hall H, I have returned. And let me just say, you guys are even better than I remember. This is such an incredible feeling. I am home right now, so thank you guys for bringing me over. A lot of fond memories at Hall H.
From Shang-Chi to Barbie. It's usually that's
It's a little-
it's the character arc usually.
Yeah. I'm all about range. I'm all about keeping the audience guessing and making unpredictable choices. So I went from being an action figure to an action figure. Yeah. Really
Good.
different.
It's good. We always ask it, what do you collect?
Yeah. Look, growing up, I think I was like most kids my age. I collected a lot of trading cards. I was a big Pokemon fan. Big Magic the Gathering. Anybody from Magic the Gathering? That's still kicking, right? That's incredible. The very first booster pack I ever picked up, I remember it was like $3
$3.99 at like a local comic book shop, and the very first Pokemon booster pack I've ever opened up was a first edition Blastoise holographic. And of course I had no idea how much it was worth at the time, so I promptly traded that away like 2 weeks later for, I don't even remember what, but that card was worth so much money today, and it happened, yeah.
So I read you were an accountant before you, so most of us have never had access to an accountant.
Why would you cheer for that?
I mean,
an accountant? Oh, love it.
I was just wondering, I mean, since we have you here and you probably know what you're talking about, is there any way we can deduct any of the things we buy that are like pop culture related? Is there any kind of, advice you'd love to give us that won't get us in trouble by the IRS by just deducting certain elements of our collecting hobbies?
Right. Well, okay. Let me just start. Okay. If you have your own LLC or your own sole proprietorship, that's very helpful, and you can basically make that company anything you want, and then deduct. You can be very flexible about what you deduct on your taxes, guys. So, for example, for me, the clothes that I buy, that's an advertising expense. Funkos, collectibles, that is a marketing expenditure of some sort. Get creative, guys. Taxes were meant to be. I hope nobody from the IRS is here. Guys, I'm not even an American citizen. You can't come after me. What is it called? Diplomatic immunity. I'm all good.
A lot of people get big tax returns next year. It's gonna be awesome. Simu really helped us with our taxes. Yeah. All right. So I know you do your own stunts. So obviously you work out.
Do you guys want to see a stunt?
Yeah.
Let me just see the. Let me just try this floor out real quick. All right. This is either gonna go really well or really terribly, but let's figure it out.
You need a spotter?
Tell everybody what you saw here today.
That could have went so wrong. We would have had a special edition pop. Broken toe.
Did I just perform my way to my another Funko Pop?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Wow. I lost.
Make sure you get the little frosted tips on the edges of my hair, please.
Wow.
Okay. So yeah, I do some stunts. I do some. 1 or 2 stunts.
All right, you got a lot of fans here from Kim's Convenience, right? Well, that's got to be an upcoming talk for you as well. So, talk about the show, talk about the message of the show, and how excited you are to be a part of it.
Yeah, oh my God, Kim's Convenience that show gave me absolutely everything. And when we started out, we really were we were the Thomas the Tank Engine of TV shows. We were just the little show that could. We defied pretty much all expectations that were put on us. We were originally, licensed and funded by the Canadian Broadcast Corporation. We were meant to be this little tiny show in Canada, and with no bankable stars, no known names or anything like that. It was just, our family, Appa, Amma, Jung, Janet, Kimchi, and Shannon, and what started as this little tiny show that was greenlit for 1 season became 5 seasons, 65 episodes, and was eventually picked up by Netflix all around the world. And so, wherever I go, because the show tells the story of an immigrant family that's so near and dear to my heart. But having families come up to myself, and I know from the other cast members too. The people that come up to us are oftentimes families, and they oftentimes watch the show with their parents, with their sons, with their daughters, and it's just such a special feeling to be able to play a small role in their families in some way. And I would say, the Marvel fandom is incredible. It's given me just an incredible life, and I've been on such an incredible journey since. But the Kim's Convenience fans, just to take a moment real quick too to shout out Paul Sun-Hyung Lee, who some of you might know from a little show called The Mandalorian now, and is currently filming at the Avatar: The Last Airbender show in Vancouver. But that man is the real deal. That man taught me everything about what it meant to be the number one on a call sheet, how to take on that role with humility and grace and patience, and it was such a joy to go to work every day because of him and because of everybody on the cast. So we're very, very proud of what we did with that show.
It's awesome. What else are you working on? What else are you working on?
Ooh, what can I talk about? Did you guys see the Marvel presentation yesterday? I don't want to jump the gun or anything, but I feel like there might be room for me in a couple of those. Wouldn't you say? I was watching the presentation from basically from Twitter and being like, oh, I'm gonna be busy. I'll be busy the next few years. But apart from that, I recently published a book called We Were Dreamers, an immigrant superhero origin story. I know, guy makes one movie and decides to write a memoir about his life. But to calm your cynicism a little bit, it's the story of my entire family and how my parents growing up in the 60s and 70s in China, made the decision to cross an ocean and basically build a life in an entirely new country with no idea of the language or the culture, with nothing in their pockets except just hopes and dreams of success and of building a better life, And then, for me, kind of at a very similar point in my life, but 29, 30 years later, I came to Hollywood with a very similar kind of dream. And so, our generations are connected by that pursuit of a dream, of that feeling of looking off into the horizon and setting your sights on something and being willing to sacrifice everything and all things in order to get there. So it is a really beautiful story, if not for me, then for my parents, whom I cherish greatly. So please, if you haven't checked it out already, check it out. And then the last thing I'll say, I'm sorry, I'm taking up a lot of time with this question, and I'm probably not supposed to say anything because we're super jumping the gun on it. But there's a video game out there that features, shall we say, an Asian American protagonist that takes place in Hong Kong. That I might be working. I don't know. I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want to jump the gun on it. But it's something that I'm really excited to be diving in on.
Wow, thanks for sharing that one. That's huge. I know what you're talking about. Okay. Are you ready for rapid fire fun? You ready for the rapid fire fun question?
I mean, I was backstage listening to Rosario's, and I'm just gonna say ahead of time, my answers are not gonna be that good. I was backstage being like, I don't know how I'm gonna follow that. Her life is just so much more interesting than mine, you guys. But I'm gonna try. I'll do my best.
I'll change them up a little bit.
I appreciate
Favorite ride at Disney?
Favorite ride at Disney? The Incredicoaster.
Favorite movie of all time?
Jurassic Park or Star Wars. When I first arrived in Canada, I was 4 and a half. I didn't speak a single word of English, and so it was really just about the visuals, right? And getting just kind of swept up into these worlds of Star Wars and of dinosaurs that walk the earth. It was just that was incredible. And those movies helped me learn English. I'll never forget that.
Have you been to Universal and seen the new Jurassic update?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've been a very avid Jurassic Park fan, somewhat Jurassic World fan as well. No, they're great as well. But nothing quite encapsulates the magic of Spielberg's original. Let's just say that, right? Perfect.
If you were a superhero, what would your superpower be?
God, that's such a hard question. I'm really gonna have to try to imagine myself as a superhero. That seems very unlikely. No, if Simu were a superhero, I think the power that I would choose would be the power of flight. I know a lot of people say teleportation, but I think it's about the journey just as much as it is about the destination. And would you really deprive yourself of the feeling of flying? Come on, teleportation, it's too easy. It's too easy, you guys.
Favorite breakfast cereal growing up?
I want to borrow from Rosario. Definitely one of the deathly unhealthy ones. Do you guys have French Toast Crunch in the U.S.? Yeah, I love French Toast Crunch. Oh my god, so sweet.
First car growing up?
First car I had growing up was was my parents' 1994 Nissan Maxima. Right when I got my learner's permit, it wasn't even a learner's permit. It was in Ontario, in Canada, we called it a G1, which is basically just the written test. And no, not the G2, just the G1, my friend. So I couldn't legally go on the road. But I took my parents' car out for a joyride when they were gone, and I took the car around the block. And then on my way to park it back on the driveway, I promptly pressed the accelerator instead of the brake, and went right into the garage door.
Is there really a joyride in a Nissan Maxima?
It was a joyride for me. I'm pretty sure I went like as fast as like 20 kilometers an hour. That's it's like 14 miles, 12, 13 miles an hour. Max, yeah. Yeah, I was a badass as a kid, you know.
Favorite band of all time?
That's good. When I was in 6th grade, the girl that I had a crush on, Jackie D, loved NSYNC. And I wanted to date her so bad. So I bought all of the NSYNC albums and learned every single song. So even though there are bands and musicians that I feel like I've listened to and maybe had a more personal connection with since then, I will know no band as intimately as I know NSYNC.
Mike, we don't ask the follow-up question. Did it work?
It did not work. It did not work. Jackie D liked Thomas McDonald. Thomas McDonald was, he had frosted tips. He wore Hawaiian shirts and a little chain. And I was just not that cool.
Hey, who was your favorite? Who would you say is your childhood hero or inspiration?
That's a great question. I would say the few times that I saw Asian characters on screen, because you have to realize, like for myself, growing up, for people who look like me, turning on the TV in the U.S. and in Canada and Western countries, it wasn't always, you didn't always feel represented. The movies that we watched, like I still enjoyed Star Wars, I loved Jurassic Park, but I never, in a way, I always never felt like I could participate in those worlds because I just didn't feel represented. And so when I saw, for example, Trini, the very first yellow Power Ranger, that was such an exciting moment. When I saw, the first Jackie Chan and Jet Li movies, that was always such an incredible feeling. And I gotta say, those feelings did not come nearly often enough, but I always remembered when I saw a face that looked like mine on screen.
Great answer. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, last one here. If you could choose one word to define yourself, what word would that be?
One word to define myself?
That's it. One.
I think it would be perseverance. You guys, this isn't news to anybody, but I'm not the most handsome guy in the room. I'm not the best martial artist. I'm not the best looking. I'm not the tallest. And all right, guys, all right. No, I'm not fishing for compliments. I promise.
I am.
But I did one day, after getting laid off from a job that I hated, give myself the permission to try something different, to try to live life on my own terms. And once I made that decision, I was willing to take any amount of rejection, any amount of discouragement, because I believed that if I just stuck to my guns and I kept trying and I kept improving every single day, that I would one day be given an opportunity of a lifetime. And I didn't know that it was going to be this, but it could have been anything. It could have been Kim's Convenience. It could have been something entirely different. But I knew that if I just kind of stayed the course and continued to work hard and continue to believe in myself, that would happen. And so what I attribute my success to, first of all, a lot of luck, but also just the practice of showing up, of putting yourself out there, and of giving yourself the permission to acknowledge your dreams and to put it out into the world and into existence. I feel like it's just the most important thing, so that's it.
All right, you got the last question. You always ask the last thing. I mean, what's it feel like to be represented as a pop and having fans come up to you and ask you to autograph pops? What's it like?
It's incredible. I mean, kind of similar to what I was saying before. Like, I didn't have an action figure that looked like me growing up. And now I literally have an action figure that does, in fact, look exactly like me. Which is pretty cool. I don't even think I could kick that high, but I'm so happy that it's been immortalized. No, it's an incredible feeling. I feel like, you know, for my parents who came to this country, or to Canada over 30 years ago, this is beyond anything that they ever dared to dream in their entire lives. And so, you know, I'm equal parts grateful and excited for what's to come, because, you know, as you saw from the presentation yesterday, I kind of feel like there's going to be some more Funkos. Maybe different costumes, I don't know.
I think somebody in the audience ought to track down his girlfriend or would-be girlfriend back in the day that stood him up and showed him the video of him doing a backflip on Hall H, and maybe she changes her mind. So, Simu Liu, everybody. Thanks so much.
One more time. I think we did it. I think Fluffy did it. Wow, there he is.
All right, now you want to see me do a backflip? You guys feel like, I was there the day Fluffy imploded. So what's up, you guys? 3 for 3, huh? What'd you think? Not bad, huh?
That's it. Yeah.
He said, but there's 4. Are you counting me? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys want to see my pop talk, it's online. Just you can check it out. Check it out. I don't have a van or squirrel story, but I got some stuff. That was really cool, you guys. Thank you for allowing me to be part of this. And you know, again, sorry there's no more cookies backstage, but you guys were out here a while.
All right, everyone. I want to thank you all for coming to our first Hall H, and I really want to thank our friend, Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias. Thank you so much, Fluffy, for being our #1 Funko family member. See, I say it every time.
Thank you again, everybody.
So, what do you think? Is that it?
I don't know. You tell me. Is it?
Brian, is that it?
Come on, Brian. Come on, Brian. Everybody waited in line, Brian. They waited in the heat.
You guys, as you guys exit the whatever auditorium, you guys are gonna get a ticket. You're gonna go get a amazing prize box, and there is some really badass stuff in there. So
Exclusives.
Thank you very much.
Exclusives.
Guys, thank you.
Take your time. Everybody sit down, because they're going to do it in like some kind of order, I hear. So they'll tell you all about it. But then again, thank you so much, everyone. It's been awesome.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you again, Fluffy. Thank you.
If you guys see me in line at one of the restaurants, please let me cut. Thank you.
know if you can hear me. Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm here to make sure that you exit in an orderly fashion. My name is Jason, JJ Biscuits Bischoff, and what I'm going to do right now, if you would be so kind, just to make sure that we are in compliance with all the fun safety stuff, if you would please go ahead and grab a seat. We're going to get to everybody, I absolutely promise you. But to make sure that we're going to be dismissing you, to make sure that we are going to be dismissing you in an orderly fashion and getting you that awesome, prized out stuff that we promised you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break the room. I'm going to break the room right now into 3. So if you are that way and to the left, all right? That way and to the left. So the podium and to the left, you are officially designated as Boom. And if you are in the center of the room, so basically that console to about this line here, you are officially Chica, okay? And this side of the room, from this center divider all the way to the end of the room, you are officially Pop, okay? So, let's just try this out real quick. Boom, Chica, Pop. All right, thank you for paying attention. I know it's been a long day. What we're gonna do at this time is an actual competition between the 3 of you. Depending on the volume of your individual team, I will make the determination whether or not you are dismissed to claim a prize. Now, here's the thing. Let's be super clear here. We are handing out tickets at the door. Prize Patrol is there waiting for you. Again, we're gonna get to everybody. But to claim that prizing out that Mike and Brian have promised you, you will need to redeem those things at the Manchester Grand Hyatt until 9 o'clock tonight. Excuse me, 7, oh my gosh. Oh, thank you. Goodness, let me restate that. Rewind. Okay. You will need to go to the Manchester Grand Hyatt and redeem them before 7 o'clock. All right, you are so gracious. Thank you for being kind. Let's do this. Boom, Chica, Pop. All right. On the count of 3. I want to hear you booms. Here we go. 1.
Ready?
2. You can stand up if you like. 3.
Whoa!
And C. Nice. Okay. Chica, I'm gonna call that like a 6.
What? It's only
Yeah.
3.
Let's see if Chica's got a 7 in him. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Legit. I'm gonna say 8.65. All right, here we go. Pop, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. No joke. All right now, it is between Chica and Pop. All right, so let's do a little bit of a tiebreaker here. Here we go. So Chica, you're next. 1, 2, 3. I love the energy. All right, and Pop. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen. All right. I love you guys. Love the energy. The first team to be dismissed today will be officially Chica! Chica, congratulations. We'll see you next time. Happy Comic-Con. But do not be dismayed. Boom and Pop. We're gonna still take care of you. Just hang out for a second or 2. Give us a minute to process these incredible folks. Of my Booms and Pops, anybody here from Fun Days? Were you at Fun Days? So I will tell you in advance, I was part of the Prize Patrol this year. What a flippin' workout, dude. We did easily, according to my pedometer here, 18,000 steps over the course of those 3 hours. We really tried to do our best for you. We're getting there, I promise, folks. I promise. Love to play an interim game as we're waiting here. So,
No one listens.
again, do not be discouraged here. But I want to see if anybody in the room has been to Comic-Con or has gone to as many Comic-Cons as I have in the past. Believe it or not, I'm not going to reveal. I'm not going to reveal yet. So, hands up. Go ahead and stick your hands up if you will. It's okay. It's okay to participate. I'm going to ask you to lower your hands in just a second. Hands up, hands up. All right. If you have been to Comic-Con less than 2 years, lower your hand. Okay? If you've been to 5 Comic-Cons, impressive, but go ahead and lower your hand. 12 Comic-Cons, go ahead and lower your hand. 15. Okay, I'm seeing about 100 people still in the room. 20. No joke. All right, we're gonna move to single digits now. Single digits. 21. 22. Notice my arm is still raised. 23. 24. Still see about 20 hands. 25. 26. Holy cow! 27. 28. This gentleman is so confident here. It's kind of freaking me out. 29. No joke. 30. 31? Are you kidding me? Did they even make Comic-Cons back then? 32. 33. Come on. 36. Can anybody beat 36? Sir, what is your name? Raphael from San Diego. Give it up to Raphael. Yes, sir. It is a great pleasure, honestly, to meet you, Raphael. 25 years for me is kind of a big deal, right? Getting to come back after three years of quiet. It's a lovely thing to even just simply be on this stage, nonetheless, and kind of marking a milestone of 25 years, so it's a big deal to me. But congratulations, that's huge, that's huge. All right, I think we're ready to kind of square off again. So Boom and Chica, again, I'm looking at you. Here we go. Oh, excuse me, Pop. How dare I say Chica? That's a dirty word around these parts. All right. Here we go. Boom and Pop. Boom, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
The Hyatt before 7. Thank you. The Hyatt before 7. Thank you. The Hyatt before 7. Thank you. Do not spend. You need to scan your badge. Exit this way.
Do you want to scan?
Over there.
Can we go to the other side, or is it closed already?
What?
Comic-Con.
No, let's go.
Let's go upstairs.